Are you ready to move out of California and head to Washington? If you're looking to leave California, is Washington the right place for your new home? Washington State is among the top 5 most popular states Californians relocate to. In fact, between August 2017 and July 2018, the population of California decreased by 138,000 people, with 55,467 people moving to Washington State. If you are also thinking about moving from California to Washington, you've probably already started considering some of the pros and cons. In fact, a large portion of my extended family have made this move already in recent years. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some things I learned as I debated joining them or not. So why are some Californians choosing Washington for their new home? It will be no surprise that California's high cost of living, traffic, and taxes are just a few reasons why Californians consider moving to Washington. California is an expensive place to live, and affordable housing is just one of the benefits of moving to Washington State. According to Realtor.com, the median home price in November 2021 in Vancouver, Washington was $450,000. Now, compare that to the median home price of $1.2 million in Fremont, California. That's in the Bay Area. Interesting side note, both cities have seen nearly the same year-over-year increase of median home prices, which is at about 12.5%. Now, another perk to living in Washington State is there is no state income tax. So on top of the median home price of a home being $750,000 less in Vancouver, Washington versus Fremont, California, you can also save a bundle on your state income tax. So what's it like in Washington? I was recently in Washington State for a family wedding. The wedding was located in Ridgefield, Washington. We flew into Portland, Oregon and stayed right along the Columbia River in Washougal, Washington, where some of my family now lives. Portland, Oregon is just over the bridge from Vancouver, Washington, and as a side note to those of you thinking of making the move, living near the Washington-Oregon border has some extra financial perks you might not have thought of. You can save on income tax by living in Washington, and if you shop just over the bridge in Oregon, there's no sales tax. So savings could really add up on things, especially if you head over to Oregon to buy some bigger items like maybe a new computer, a refrigerator, furniture, whatever you might buy as a bigger item, you'd save on the sales tax by purchasing over in Oregon. Okay, so as we drove over the bridge and headed into Washington, it struck me at how green everything is in Washington. Beautiful, large trees everywhere. And as we headed east along the Columbia River towards Camas and Washougal, the view of Mount Hood was amazing. It was just really stunning. In fact, I think I took some pictures while I was driving. Don't tell anyone. Being in town for a wedding, we didn't have a lot of time for sightseeing, but the place where we were staying was right on the river. So we did get a chance to walk on some of the trails and paths and go down to the river, watch some people fishing, and walk down some boat docks. There are signs along the path that guide you to both downtown Camas and Washougal. Next time we go back, I am definitely planning to schedule out some time so that we can check out both of those paths and those downtown areas, because I think the walk would be really fun. And the paths were really easy and they were all paved. It was really nice. I noticed there were a lot of families out there with kids on scooters and bicycles, so that would be fun too. It should be no surprise that the weather is cooler and there is more rain in Washington. Western Washington weather is more mild than the eastern side of Washington. Summer days rarely reach 80 degrees, and winters often don't go below 45 degrees during the day. It does get colder at night. It does snow sometimes, but it's rare and usually it doesn't last too long on the ground. There is a high chance of rain October through March, and December and January typically see the most rain during the year. So if you're planning a visit and you aren't a fan of wet weather, avoid Washington in December and January. Now, July is the driest, sunniest, and warmest month of the year. So if you're looking for a more summery feel and you're just going for a visit, go in July. You'll probably enjoy it the most then. According to Best Places Cost of Living Index, with the U.S. average being a score of 100, Vancouver has a cost of living score of 114.3. The median household income in Vancouver is $80,500. Occupations in the arts, health, science, law enforcement, farming, fishing, and forestry yield higher salaries in Vancouver compared to the rest of the country. An unemployment rate in Vancouver is 0.5% lower than the national average. If you have questions about relocating to Washington State and are in need of a real estate agent recommendation, send me a text. I know a few great agents out in Washington and I'm happy to recommend them to you. If you need information about selling your California home, I'm happy to help. All my contact information is in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.